Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me, and I'm back with a brand new What If. What if Naofumi was able to use Chakra? I almost said Deku. I'm not gonna lie to you. As most of you know, I mostly do My Hero Academia What If, some Demon Slayer. But I finished Rising of the Shield Hero, and it seems like some of y'all want some Rising of the Shield Hero what ifs. So this what if is actually a callback to my first Demon Slayer what if, where I did what if Tandro was able to use Chakra. So now we're here with Naofumi being able to use Chakra. And yeah, if you guys enjoy and you guys want more Rising of the Shield Hero what ifs, especially when it comes out, I believe Season 2 comes out next year? Something like that. I know it's supposed to come out this year, but I think they changed the date. But if y'all want more, yo, leave a like, subscribe, let me know in the comment section below. And also, since this is my first Rising the Shield Hero what ifs, I'd love to hear suggestions for future what ifs and even for this what if. And what do you want to see in these what ifs? Do you want more description? Do you want me to skim over certain parts of the anime, or do you want me to just go straight in and be like, oh yeah, let's do every little piece of the anime? Because we can do a little bit of both. We can do everything. But yeah, that's about it. But let's get right into this what if. Let's get it. There was once a man, a normal man living in Japan. He didn't do much. He didn't work. He didn't have the most exciting life, but he enjoyed it. He was a college student that lived with his parents that loved to read in his off time. Until one day he was in a library and came across a book very new to him. The 4 Cardinal Heroes. Interesting. The Spear Hero, Sword Hero, Bow Hero, and Shield Hero. That is weird. I mean, what can a Shield Hero do? I mean, it's just a shield. It's for defense. And normally you see, like, you know, a shield with a sword. He kept reading until he got to the Shield Hero. It is said that this hero will be sent to another world to help defend it. But what comes along with him is a power that many would never know. What the power is called is Chakra. That sounds like something straight out of an anime. He flips the page, but then nothing follows. He kept flipping and flipping, but nothing can be seen. What the heck? Where's the rest of it? A light begins to glimmer and shine. Then he's transported to a different place. He stands with 3 other people, and he looks to see that he has a shield on his arm. No way this is happening. No. What the hell? This man is named Naofumi Iwatani, and this is where his story begins. The so-called Cardinal Heroes are greeted by these people saying that they were summoned to save this land from the waves. And some bargaining of the 3 heroes, after some bargaining of the 3 heroes, they finally agree after knowing they will be rewarded for helping. Naofumi, on the other hand, already made up his mind that he was going to help, because at heart he was no greedy person by any means. Now, the group then meets the king, and he explains the situation. He explains to them that every month something called a wave occurs, in which monsters come to attack their lands, but the 4 Cardinal Heroes of legend were summoned to stop these waves. The 3 other heroes introduce themselves. Then Naofumi begins to introduce himself as well. And the king then cuts him off, explaining that they will be given a place to stay and such. Hey, I didn't even introduce myself. Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. Naofumi does so, and then the king begins to talk, and Naofumi feels that something feels off. The 4 heroes meet in a room and begin to speak on what this world is and how it's like various games. But Naofumi says he's never played a game like this one. They give him a brief rundown of what those games are like, but really nothing more. The next day they are summoned, and the king tells the heroes they will need to go on their own journeys, because if they are together they will not grow as much. It's like the weapons are always repelling each other. The king tells a group of people to choose who they would like to travel with, but nobody chooses the shield hero. What? Nobody? Really? Naofumi then hears a voice in his head. Don't worry, you got us! What? Who's that? Naofumi looks around. He is told that he must find people on his own journey, but as the king says this, a woman decides to help him, saying that she'll join his team. For the first day they leave, and Naofumi learns her name as Mine. She helps him by showing him a blacksmith to buy from, and showing him where they can train, and at the end of the night they eat, and she offers him some wine, but he says that he doesn't drink and tells her maybe next time, and thanks her for all the help. He leaves and hides some money away in his shield. He falls asleep and enters this weird black mindscape. What is happening? Is this something with the shield? No, it's me. Nice to meet you, Naofumi. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. What? You're the voice that I heard earlier. Yup, that's me. And there are more of us actually in here. But, I mean, you'll be talking to me for now. I want to explain to you the powers that you have beyond just, well, that shield. But, to be fair, I don't really know much about your shield anyways. Oh, you mean Chakra? Yes, I'm surprised that you know about it. Naruto then explains what Chakra is, and that it comes from his universe, and it's used by ninjas, other known as shinobi. Whoa, that sounds amazing, but can't others do this as well? No, only you. I'm not sure about this whole world you are currently in, but we're here to help you with your chakra at least. Also, be careful, this world does seem odd, because I can basically see through your own eyes, so I'll be here to help you on your journey. Naruto then disappears, and Naofumi wakes up to see all his stuff gone. The money given to him from the king, his armor, everything. What? What happened? I was robbed! He hears pounding at the door and opens it, and guards are outside. Oh, thank God. Guys, I was robbed. The guards ignore him and tell him to go and see the king, and that he wants to see him. Naofumi does so, and when he arrives, he sees Mine. Mine, thank God, are you alright? I was robbed last night. She begins to cry, and the spear hero looks at Naofumi. How dare you speak to her after what you did? What? But I didn't do anything. They say that not admitting to rape is foul, and the king says if he didn't need him, they would sentence him to death. Naofumi tries to say that he didn't do that, but nobody would believe him. He is then told his punishment is for everyone to know what he did and how foul of a person he is. Naofumi leaves, but as he does so, he sees Mine smile maliciously. Rage then fills within him like nothing he's ever felt before. These people, they're unforgivable. Naofumi leaves and walks through the town with the little bit of money he has left. He walks through and everyone stares at him like some sort of monster. Finally passing the blacksmith who was so nice to him in the beginning. The blacksmith then grabs him. Why would you do such a thing, Naofumi? I could just... Just what? Hit me? Just hurry up and do it so I can leave. The blacksmith looks at him for some reason, feeling as if he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, kid. Let me at least help you out. Naofumi follows him, and the blacksmith gifts him some simple clothing that will basically work for his current level. Naofumi tells him that he will pay him back one day, and he tells Naofumi that he knows he will. Naofumi then goes out for the entire day and fights these little balloons, struggling to actually defeat them quickly. You know, Naofumi, we can help. Oh, it's you, Naruto. What do you want? Hey, no need to be so rude to me. Well, let me teach you at least the basics of chakra, and I'm sure it will help you. Naofumi, for the rest of the day, then began training using chakra, learning how to put chakra in his feet and other body parts that basically allow him to walk on trees and water and stuff like that. Wow, great job, Naofumi. You learn quick. You should rest. I mean, we will do more tomorrow. Naofumi then heads back into town, and 3 robbers approach him, saying that they will join his crew, but he ends up finding out that they're just trying to steal his money. He then beats them down, just using the few things he learned with his shield. Also with the balloon monsters he decided to keep with him. Haha, impressive, Mr. Shield Hero. But you know I can offer you something very practical. What do you want? Follow me if you are, well, interested. Naofumi follows the man, explaining that he can provide him with a loyal slave that will fight for him, of course, for a price. He shows Naofumi a high-level hound, but Hifumi tells him that he knows he can't afford that. The man then shows him some other slaves, and then shows him a very sick little girl that is known as Raphtalia, and is called a demi-human. Using almost with the rest of his money, he buys her, and a slave crest is put on her as well. He gives the money to the man, and they leave. Now Naofumi leaves and hears the man say, "Pleasure doing business with you, and I'll see you next time." He basically heads into the woods, getting various plants and creating this drink that is a medicine for Raphtalia. No, but it's gross. Drink it. Raphtalia does so, and he tends to the fire as she sleeps. The next day, the girl wakes up, no longer sick, and Naofumi realizes that his shield has some sort of passive effect when making medicine and collecting herbs. He cares for Raphtalia as she has nightmares, and then the next day they get a weapon from the blacksmith for her. She then begins to help Naofumi get levels, as well as her being in the party. She's able to get levels, herself. They then went deeper into the forest, collecting more and more herbs as well as plants, and then finding a killer bunny that basically Naofumi told Raphtalia to kill, but she refused because it would bleed. She was then shocked by the slave crest, and Naofumi told her that if she doesn't obey, she is just hurting herself. She finally does it, killing the bunny, and Naofumi tells her that she did good. They enter back into the capital, and Naofumi sells his herbs after threatening people in shops with his balloon monsters and getting Raphtalia food. They both walk by kids playing with a yellow ball, and Raphtalia looks at it mesmerized. Hey, do you want one of those? What? Of course not. Come on, I would get you one, but you can't use it until we're done training. Naofumi gets the ball for her, and they leave into the forest, and she walks in with a big smile. Naofumi starts to learn more and more chakra control. So Naruto, what about teaching me about some of these hand signs? Sure, why not? But realize that you are still new to this. You do have amazing chakra reserves, which is kind of weird because it's not like you're an Uzumaki, but nothing is infinite, and it will take a good amount of control, so don't drain yourself. Naofumi continues to learn, and the next day he asks a resident of a nearby town about a good place to train, in which he points them toward the mines. They both enter and basically don't come across much until a 2-headed hound that resembled one of Raphtalia's past appears. Naofumi blocks it and gets bitten pretty bad. Kill it, Raphtalia! She stands in shock and fear, saying that she can't do it. She gets shocked by the slave crest. Well then, run! No need for us both to die. Raphtalia then builds the courage and attacks the hound, in which they both were able to defeat it. Good job. Just don't ever leave me, Master Naofumi. I won't, kid. They leave with substantial XP, and he gets Raphtalia something to eat and makes a small flag and hands it over to her, looking a lot like the flag of Japan. For the next month, him and Raphtalia train, and Naofumi is able to master the Shadow Clone Jutsu and some other jutsus. On top of that, he now is able to better his armor from the blacksmith, in which he says that Raphtalia has really grown up, but Naofumi says that he doesn't know what he's talking about. still wanting to basically buy Raphtalia kids meals, but Raphtalia gets mad, saying that she's a young woman now. But for some reason, for him, he doesn't really notice, or can't really tell. They both then visit the capital cathedral to check basically when the wave will begin, in which the three heroes are there and be complete assholes to him. They leave to get ready for the wave, and Raphtalia asks Naofumi, "Master Naofumi, why do they hate you so much?" "Don't worry about it, Raphtalia, okay?" He says this, and Naruto's voice appears in his head. "You should tell her. Be honest. I mean, like, why not? I mean, you know you didn't do it, so what's the point in hiding the truth?" "What if she doesn't believe me, Naruto? Then what?" Naruto then says that it's better than her finding out the lie before she knows the truth. Naofumi says that he will tell her after the wave. "Good. And also, someone else will be taking over my teachings, because frankly, I don't have much to teach you now." "What? Really? Who?" You will see. Just beat the first wave, and I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to do that pretty easily with all the things you know now." Naofumi agrees, thinking, is this power really enough to beat the waves? After some preparation, the teleportation then commences, and they teleport away to find where the wave is. The three other heroes begin to say that they don't need his help, but he just ignores them. "Master Naofumi, the town of Loot, it's been attacked." They both run over to see the townsmen trying to fend off hordes of these zombie-like creatures, as well as various other monsters. "Raphtalia, I will protect the town. You need to evacuate everyone." She listens, and Naofumi begins to fight the hordes. "God damn it, I still lack power to defeat these things on my own." Naruto then begins to speak. "Focus, Naofumi. All your chakra, focus into your shield. I personally suck at this, but I know you can do it." Naofumi begins to focus, and a tint of green and blue warps around his shield. Whoa, this feels different. He looks at his stats to see them dramatically boosted. Whoa, this is insane. Naofumi begins to basically say, why didn't you teach me this before? And Naruto just laughs. Naofumi begins to destroy the zombies and various other creatures. Now this is better. He is now basically about attack. He's able to basically attack with his shield as if it was a weapon, but also use it to protect himself. Knights then arrive, destroying part of the town. What is your problem? Just leave it here basically to me, just if you're going to destroy the town. But if you want to help and protect these people, then do it. The knights seemingly ignore him, but he doesn't care and continues to fight for the town of Loot. Eventually, the last monsters are then vanquished, and the weird sky goes away. After the wave, the heroes are invited to a party in which Naofumi doesn't actually want to go, but is persuaded to do so by Raphtalia. They arrive, and Naofumi stays away from everyone and allows Raphtalia to eat and basically just do whatever she wants. The spear hero then approaches him. "Naofumi, I challenge you to a duel to free that slave you have." "What are you on about? Slaves are legal in this world, and you even know that. Stop being an idiot. I don't have time for this. We are leaving, Raphtalia." She runs over to him, and the king announces that he cannot run from a duel, that he has to fight. Naofumi finally agrees and says what will he get if he wins, and the spear hero says that things will just stay the same. What? So I don't get anything. Why would I want to fight you then? Raphtalia is then chained and grabbed while she was basically trying to say that she just wants to travel with Naofumi. They then are brought to the battlefield, and the fight begins with Naofumi on the back foot blocking with his shield. The spear hero's spear then stabs Naofumi, and everyone cheers. "No way! You beat me?" Naofumi then smiles and points behind the shield or the spear hero. His body turns into a log, and Naofumi is now standing behind the spear hero. "How did you do that? Tell me!" "How about no? Shadow Clone Jutsu!" 5 clones of himself surround the spear hero. "Airstrike shield!" 5 shields appear, smashing into the spear hero. Now, shield prison! A prison 5 layers thick surrounds the spear hero. Hurry and yield so I can leave. Never. I will never yield. You literally cannot get out. And if I wanted to, I could slam you around while you're in there and you'll be out cold anyways. A blast of magic is then sent from mine, but only destroys one of his clones. Naofumi turns and looks at her. Did anyone just see that? She is interfering with the fight. The crowd seemingly didn't notice, but the 2 other heroes there did see it. They both begin to talk to each other that this fight is over. Fine. I will finish this then. The prison goes away and the 4 clones surround the spear hero with the shield enhanced with chakra. He's about to stab into the shield hero until another wave of magic sends him and his other clones flying. The spear hero then stands up above him with a spear at his neck. And then it's announced the spear hero wins. Naofumi looks over to Raphtalia in shock and begins to go into a rage, eventually hearing that the king and mine are father and daughter. They did this to me on purpose. On purpose? This was all planned. Everything was planned, causing Naofumi to unlock the curse series. Before the spear hero could actually deem his victory, the other 2 heroes enter. You didn't win. The winner is Naofumi. As much as I don't like this, or like him, it's pretty obvious. I mean, he had you beat, and you didn't even do anything to win that fight. Mine attacked him, not once, but twice. The spear hero objects, and Mine says that the shield hero had help from his clones first. That's part of one of his abilities, obviously. The sword hero points toward Raphtalia and the guards. Damn it, as much as I don't want to say this, let her go. Naofumi won this fight. They let Raphtalia go and she runs to Naofumi. Just go, Raphtalia. You're free now, just go. But, Master Naofumi, this isn't what I want. I told you I would always be your sword. His eyes go back to normal and he begins to cry, and they hug, and he realizes that she isn't the child he met a month ago anymore. The spear hero tries to argue, but the sword and the bow refuse to listen, saying that he lost and there's no way around it. Just next time, get stronger and beat him. Naofumi and Raphtalia then leave and they go to bed. And the next morning, Naofumi eats a sandwich made by Raphtalia that he can now taste, now knowing she is truly an ally. In good faith to Raphtalia, Naofumi decides to get a gotcha monster egg to add to his team, and when it hatches, they name her Filo, and she imprints on him. For the next 3 days, Filo grows to an adult size, but Naofumi also decides to basically begin his chakra training once again. Hey, Naruto, are you there? Hello? Naruto, hello? Nobody answers until 1 minute passes and someone speaks. Hello, Naofumi. I will be taking the place of Naruto. I was once his master. Just call me Jiraiya. Okay, Jiraiya, what can you teach me? Jiraiya explains that, first he needs to sign a contract for something called, toad summoning, or called summoning jutsu. Jiraiya guides him on the hand signs, and a contract appears. Naofumi signs it, and both Raphtalia and Filo stare at him with their heads tilted. Master Naofumi, are you sure this is a good idea? Maybe it's a trap. I don't think so. I mean, it's hard to explain, but these people in my head are the reason for my other power. She tells him as long as he is fine with it, she won't question it. After some training, Naofumi learns the summoning jutsu, and Jiraiya told him that if basically they will train him for a couple days in the art of sage mode. But it might be difficult in this world, so if it doesn't work, then another arrangement will be made for basically a different person to help. Naofumi agrees, and Naofumi, Raphtalia, and Filo enter Loot Village. When they arrive, they are greeted like heroes, and Naofumi says that if they want to show their appreciation, they should fork over some money. Jiraiya and even Raphtalia say that that isn't really a nice way of going about things. Ugh, never mind. A crew of knights then show up with the Spear Hero and mine, saying that they will be taking over this place in the name of the Spear Hero. The people there beg Naofumi to stop him, and Naofumi tells him that the taxes he would want to employ are outrageous for the people that live here. Basically having to pay 30 to 50 knights worth of money just to enter. Mine says that it doesn't matter, so the Spear Hero decides to challenge Naofumi to a race in which Naofumi will ride Filo, and the Spear Hero will ride his dragon. Naofumi agrees, but says that if he wins, they will need to fork over. That if he agrees, then that they will need to fork over some money, and the villagers say that they will try their best. The race begins, and Naofumi is easily winning with Filo's insane speed, but that a hole can be seen magically appearing, and he almost falls into it. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. I see. The second lap, he catches up, but this time he enhances Filo with Chakra and seemingly just stops the magic. Wow, I didn't think that would work, but I'll take it. The third and final lap, the Spear Hero basically gets help with his speed, but it didn't actually matter because of the fact that Naofumi already had an insane lead. Mine accuses him of cheating, but the shadow enters, saying that the only one who cheated was her. The town is about to give what they could find to Naofumi, but he refuses, saying that to use it to fix their town. Raphtalia basically looks at him and smiles, thinking that, wow, like, maybe he's not greedy. And good job, Filo. Wait, Filo? You're freaking huge. What the hell happened? Filo, now a way bigger Filolial, basically stands looking at them. The Spear Hero walks up saying that who is this fat bird, and Filo kicks him in the nuts, sending him flying. On the way back, basically from loot, they take a rest, and when they wake up the next morning, they see Filo turn into a little girl with wings. Naofumi then goes to the dressmaker for magic clothes, but they need a gemstone so that they basically can get this weird magic thread. So they then set off escorting a wealthy trader that will help their party, but then a group of bandits show up, which they defeat them without Naofumi even using his chakra. But then they threaten to defame his name even more. Because of this, Naofumi tells them to give him all of their stuff unless they want Filo to eat them. They obliged, and Naofumi leaves, and eventually, after getting a warrant for the mine, they enter. When they enter, Naofumi begins to hear things that aren't actually real, hearing Raphtalia say that she's going to backstab him when she gets the chance. Eventually coming across where they needed to get the gem from a monster awaiting them. They attack the monster, but seem to struggle a bit.
Do what I taught you, Naofumi.
Gosh, Jiraiya, your voice, I just will never get used to that. He basically tells everyone to back up, and he begins to do hand signs.
Summoning Jutsu.
Naofumi then summons Gamapunta.
What? Why you summon me? And why am I so small?
Can I just explain that to you later? Because we have to deal with that thing.
Fine, kid. Just because I can sense some Jiraiya and Naruto within you.
Gamapunta beats the monster, and Naofumi and them actually all get XP. What? How is that even possible? Naofumi looks to see that Gamapunta counts as if he was part of their party, even if it was only temporary. They get the gemstone and head back to the magic shop owner, in which they are able to then make magic thread. Which then the dressmaker creates Filo a dress that transforms with her body. After some time, the trader then tasks Naofumi to deliver a herbicide to a village, and when they arrive, it is covered in dangerous plants. in which Naofumi is able to actually help cure the village people, but realizes that he must defeat more than just that. Using a herbicide himself, he's able to actually destroy the monster plant pretty easily because of the fact that he can now use Chakra, in which increases his speed and strength, helping him to get to the core of the monster plant, destroying it way faster. He then decides that instead of be ridding of these seeds, he just adjusts them and makes it safe and beneficial. Thank you so much, Shield Hero. We are in your debt. Yeah, whatever. Yes, after that Spear Hero did this, Naofumi cuts him off saying that, what? The Spear Hero did this? And that, of course, he did this. He is just whipped around like some dog by that princess. The three of them basically then stay in a hot spring after taking the special seeds back to the trader to sell, and the trader sends him there to basically deliver merchandise. While there, Naofumi took the time to meditate to learn this sage mode, but every time he tried, Filo distracted him. Come on, focus, Naofumi. This would make training and future waves 100 times easier. Hey master, what are your eyes closed for? Filo, please be quiet. She continues to bug him, and even Jiraiya tells him that he will not be able to gather nature energy with her distracting him. Yes, I know, old man. Master, who are you talking to? Nobody, Filo. Naofumi then takes Filo and Raphtalia into the inn to sleep, and while he sleeps, they actually sneak out to find a special gem. He wakes up to see that they have presents for him, in which he asks how the heck they even got them. But they say that they bought them and that he deserves something for all the stuff that basically he's done for them. He slightly smiles and thanks them, in which they basically tell him like, oh my god, you just smiled, and he acts like he has no clue what they're talking about. Eventually learning of a disease that is spreading throughout a village, and when they arrive, he gives them all medicine. By the way, just breaking the fourth wall, like, really quick. In terms of helping people, it still happens. There's no reason for it not to happen. I just don't want to go over all of that. I know I'm pretty sure I skipped the scene where he helps the old lady, and I know that comes up later, so I just wanted to say that now before people comment about it. I know I skipped it. I don't want to go over every little time he rescues or helps someone. Unless it's a major part of the story, but yeah, that's why that didn't happen if you're questioning that. Okay, alright, back to the story. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. When Naofumi gives the medicine to everyone, the whole place begins to feel better, but the major problem of the rotting dragon still resides. So they head up to the mountain with all the stuff that can basically help them. And when they arrive, they begin to talk about what the best way to go about dismantling and be ridding of the dragon is. Also, they learn that the sword hero was the reason for this, thinking that the dead body of something would just go away like this is some video game. A voice begins to talk in Naofumi's head. Kid, that thing is still sorta alive. I can sense, life within it. Jiraiya, what are you on about? It's obviously dead. The ground begins to shake like crazy, and the dragon stands as some sort of zombie dragon. Naofumi tells Raphtalia and Filo to fall back, but then Filo doesn't listen, charging forward. She puts up an okay fight, but then is swallowed. They both scream, Filo! Kid, listen. I know you're angry, but do not use that shield. I can feel it. It will only do more harm than good. Use what I taught you. Naofumi begins to use his hand signs, but Raphtalia says that toad will be nothing to the size of this dragon. Yeah, I know, but the thing is, I made him that small last time, on purpose. Now, summoning jutsu! Gamapunta arrives at full size, and Naofumi stands on top of him with Raphtalia. Gamapunta! I can see it, Runt. This will be fun. And that is the end of part 1 of What If Naofumi was able to use Chakra. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And like I said, make sure to comment down below what y'all want to hear in these what ifs, like in terms of whatever. Like, do you want like every little detail to be in the story? Because I could totally do that. It's just the videos are going to be either really long or going to take a lot longer to get out. Like, this one took me a little bit to make because of how much detail is actually in Rising of the Shield Hero. But yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed, like I said, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below any suggestions for this what if or any future what ifs. And also, if you are watching this right now, I should be streaming at 1 p.m. or I'm sure it'll be like 30 minutes from now, maybe, or yeah, about half an hour ish. I should be streaming. I should be live. We're going to be reacting to animes. So we will basically be watching The Promised Neverland on stream. Obviously it's gonna have to be blurred, but it's gonna be my reaction, a nice little watch party. Y'all can pull it up on your other screens, on your phones, on your tablets, whatever, watch it with me, and we're just gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a 24-hour stream for my 5K special. As y'all know, if you guys been here long enough, I don't normally like doing quote-unquote specials that are like just another video, because I could have done that video anytime. So I felt like this would be more special, little 24-hour from September 1st, 1 p.m. PST, which should be today when this is releasing, to September 2nd, 1 p.m. PST. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you're watching this right now, go over there, and or if it's not up yet, wait about 30 minutes. I should be live. I want to see all y'all there. It's about to be sick. If you wanna ask me questions, that's the best way of doing it. I'm gonna respond immediately. Hang out. We're gonna have fun. Get your popcorn ready. Rock out with me for 4 hours, 8 hours, 1 hour, whatever, 24 hours. Yo, if anybody rocks with me for 24 hours straight, you're the real one. All right, that's about it. But yeah, I hope all y'all enjoyed and have an amazing day. Later.